Anioma, with deep gratitude to God, I want to thank God for the great opportunity that He has given Anioma and Roche, that we have been in existence since 2004. And many things have been happening in that Roche chapter. We're very small chapter. Very small chapter. If you take a look at the list that the financial secretary gave to you, you will see that we're the least among the chapters. But we choose to be a part of the national, not because we have the membership or because we have the money, or we believe that we are sons and daughters of Anioma. That we should not be an exception. Therefore, we should participate in everything that Anioma is doing. That's why we're here. And to God be the glory that with this little chapter that we have had an impact in the national level. About 2004 years ago, one of our past leaders, Dr. Baz, came to our chapter and tell us what Anioma people are doing. And after motivating us with what they are doing, we choose to join. And since then, we have been taking that. I'm glad to be here to present to you that for the past 4 years, I have been the president of Barrow Road Chapter.
President for life.
It's not by choice. But I choose to be the chapter so that Anioma can have an impact in what is happening. So far, we have been trying to reach some of our Anioma members that are in Baton Rouge area. Usually we used to have New Orleans, but after the hurricane in New Orleans, most of the Anioma people in New Orleans dispersed, so we don't know where majority of them are. So, but we've been holding on strong. We have about 13 families initially when we started, but after inaugurating our chapter, you all know that in the midst of where we are, we always have certain people that does not agree with you. But like I told some of them, you cannot make an impact in any organization if you are outside the fence. You have to be inside to be able to have an impact. Well, we have 5 strong families that agree, that have gathered together, that we have been having some good impact with what we're doing. But I'm glad to announce to you guys that some of those who left before, for one reason or the other, are coming back.
Amen.
And it's always good if you're a president that you have a strong vice president that believes in what you are doing. I want to be able to seize this opportunity here in the front of my barrack to be able to acknowledge my vice president, who has been a strong pillar since I have taken the office, who is here with me here today. She has been a pillar for me, because if you don't have a good vice president, as a president, you might not go too far. So I want to thank her here in the presence of Anioma. Well, some of our members have been coming back. What we have been doing in our chapter is trying to reach some other people who have left. Now, at the same time, we participate within the society where we participate in some non-profit organizations. We just go, there's a particular organization called St. Vincent de Paul. We just go there, go serve. And sometimes when you serve to people who are less privileged, you will understand that you are blessed. So once in a while, we go there and serve. And another thing again that we do have picnic once in a year, where we invite mutually our friends, family members, or within the community to make sure that our normal awareness within the circle is being known. And not only that, we have been trying to make sure that we have an insurance. Many of you know what's going on now. Within some of us are aging, And we want to be able to participate in having a local health insurance, which we'll be trying to do. Because of the number that we have, we're trying to see if we can join some other chapters, which I have been trying to make an effort to do that. So hopefully, maybe before the end of this year, we'll be able to have life insurance for our members. Another thing again that we're trying to do this year, we understand that most of these organizations that we have here, we always want to have an impact to our people back home, but we forget our people who are here. It doesn't necessarily mean that everybody that is here in US are doing very well. So we want to be able to extend that hand to our families here. So what we're trying to do this year, that before the children return back to school, that we'll be able to buy certain things for our children who are going to school, going in kindergarten, high school, even college. So we're trying to implement that this year. So we're hoping that we'll be able to do that so that we can be able to encourage other people, because sometimes people ask you, why do I have to join your membership? Why do I have to join? What am I gaining? What is my gain here? And as a president, it might be difficult. Some of you who are president here might understand what I'm saying. When your members are asking you, what do you gain from being a part of national? What is the national doing for us? If you don't, as a president, I do. And sometimes I want you to be able to give account of that, because you pay dues, you pay convention fees. Such small chapter like me, when I dish out $1,000 from my chapter, it's a whole lot of money, because all we pay is an annual dues of $120 in a year. And out of that 1,020, I will dish out $1,000 in a convention year. It's a big money for my wallet. So people ask questions, what does the national do? So, but we are trying to see that we have an impact in the community that we live by actually extending those hands to our families in terms of helping the students or helping the children that want to go back to school and buying some other things for them. These are some of the things we are doing to reach out to our people. And also I'm very glad here to be able to say that within my own chapter, that we have had some people who have represented us not only in the local level and also in the national level. So I want to thank every one of you for every efforts that you guys have made, including the past presidents that called and encouraged me to stay, not because of anything else, but because Anioma has to exist in Louisiana. So thank you very much.
Next, we'll have to call our honorable president of the Houston chapter, Governor Uday. Is it that? Oh, sorry, that. My brother, no, please. You can also take the governorship title.
No, it's not for sale. It's not for sale.
My name is Charles Anioma, chapter president of Dallas. I took over the presidency in January 2015. As at the time I took over, our head count was 63. So as of today, our head count is 69. So in Dallas, we have attendance policy where in a year, if you are absent in meeting for 5 times, you lose your membership. You no more be a member. From January to November, if you are absent 5 times, you are no more a member, you lose your membership. So you need to register to be a member. So when people became aware of this check on them and in their membership, everybody became serious. It's been a very difficult task, very difficult road, but I think it has been helping us. So that is the progress we have made so far on the attendance. Also, if you look at the report I made last year, when I came in, those were the reports on my agenda, the things I have to do as the president. So right now, we are doing those items and we are actually consolidating them. Initially, it was like a plan, a road map. Right now, we are actually doing the implementation of those agendas. In the agenda there, we came with financial discipline and transparency. As soon as I took over, I look at our spending, the money in hand in Dallas account for the past 3 years. That is starting from 2012, 2013, and 2014. And I plotted the graph. It showed a downward spiral of our cash in hand every year. I brought it to the notice of everybody. After deliberations, we set up a revenue committee. So the revenue committee came up with a report, and with that report, we're already implementing the report, and we hope to reverse the spiral downwards, but to go upwards. So that is the path in which we are. So in 2015 January, in 2016 January, what we saw was in fact an increase. Also, on financial discipline and transparency, we decided to implement quarterly reports. Whenever we finish our Anioma meeting, it's always done second Sunday of every month. That day, as soon as we finish the meeting, every member, the 69 members of Anioma, sit in their email, their financial report, their financial status. It's not implemented. We have bought computers and are doing it right now. So every member can see what every other member has paid or what any other member is owing. So that is an improvement in our finances. So we are trading that and trying to see that our finances have improved. Also on committees, we believe that we have to share responsibilities and commitments. It's easy to stay on this other side and point to the table. The executives, what are you doing? How are you doing it? We decided to be doing most of our job by setting up different committees. So the different committees we have carry different responsibilities. Whenever we have an issue, it goes to a particular existing committee. So that committee gives us a feedback. It makes our decision making faster, and we get good details and good results. So we are still on that path, and I can tell you, every member of Anioma, every member of Anioma who is in Dallas, who does not belong to any committee, that person should question himself. You can see a Ogo is here from Dallas. He's also a member of a particular committee. He's a member of a committee on discipline. So we have delegated and we are sharing responsibility of leadership in Dallas, the executive and the members via the committee. The Constitution of Dallas, our Dallas Charter Constitution, is under review. We have a committee that is also under that. So before the end of this year, we will get a detailed report of our review of our Constitution. Between 2015 and 2016, we have not engaged in any major project because we have a lot of issues to try to resolve. But there is a plan that in 2017 we will go into a project in which we can say this is what we have achieved in the year 2017. So right now it is still a plan, and everybody is looking at the drawing board and to see what we can do. So I will say, on behalf of Anioma, I'm happy to be in this meeting, and I thank you all. Thank you.
Honorable Vice President Anioma, before we begin, and then again today, Charter President Houston. About 6 years ago, not 12 years, I've been honored to serve as President of Anioma Houston Chapter. When I took over, my honorable predecessor, Mr. Trevor, we embarked on a very aggressive and ambitious manifesto, which included the youth, how we can uplift and integrate our youth so we can pass on the baton to them. We also embarked on the membership drive, which as today, by the grace of God, we have on paper 173 members, but we have active 130 active members. And the youth program, we had a picnic for the youth last year, which was very, very successful, in which, again, in trying to integrate and bridge the gap between us and our youth. The purpose of that picnic is to bring them together, and they did have fun, to incorporate them into what we do. 3 years ago, as I announced on our last convention, we embarked on building a civic center for our youth. And it's an ongoing fundraising. We are trying to purchase a land and then build a standalone youth center. Recently, we just decided to call it Anioma Civic Center for Youth. We don't want to be exclusive, but the whole idea about the center is to begin to educate our youth, our culture, where they can spend time and mingle. Because today now we have our youth not growing up. We are of that age where we have our youth getting married. It would be better for my children to marry an Ika, local, and mentorship person. So that's the purpose of that. It's ongoing. We also embarked on the successful website. We can go there to aniomamusic.com, where you can enjoy some music flavor from all the 4 quadrants of Anioma, that's in the prime very good music, and kind of educate us about who we are as Anioma people. So the Houston, is very strong today financially, very strong member-wise. So we are still pursuing that membership drive. This November we have an election that's coming up. For somebody to take out the mantle to move this great association, this chapter forward. So I'm being honored that in my chapter, I can honestly say that I have the full support of my predecessor and also my national president, Anam, and of course Mr. Trevor is here. We have the founding president, Dr. Ben Philip, also that participate in all we do. So Houston, despite the fact of success, you have to know what you are doing. Like I encourage all chapter presidents that presidency is not something you just go on and put on your resume. It's something that you want to do. You have a passion for a member. You want to accomplish something. You have an aim, you have a goal, and you accomplish that. You have to be ready to be held accountable to what you do. So it's my honor to say again, thank you all for listening to me, and the Houston chapter is doing great, and we're very strong.
I would like to start by acknowledging my members, the Delaware Philadelphia chapter members. I'm happy to announce that we have over 13 members that came for this function. So, in the person of Mr. Bermuda and the family, my vice president sitting over here, my sister Joy Babatunde, Sylvester and Gozi Okolo, and some of them are not even here in the room, but we are present. Chukwu Maribu and the family, my brother-in-law was in the Okudi issue. So we are here, and I'm happy they came and they're having fun. Moving along, I want to thank the chapter presidents that came to our fundraising last year, 2015. With their support, our fundraising was successful. The outgoing president, and Mr. Quentua, they were present in Delaware and in Philadelphia, and they had fun. And my members worked so hard on that fundraising because it was a summit, but we used the opportunity to raise money because we are working on buying a building. I don't think we're going to build one. We want to buy one that we hope to renovate and call it Anioma Youth and Cultural Center. As I'm here with you today, we are hoping by next year, with the help of my members, some of them who have good experience in real estate, that we're going to buy a building and move forward to renovate it. In 3 to 5 years, that we'll have a functioning building that our children can go and play, and if any of our members are doing any kind of maybe baby shower or something, they can use it as part of the benefit of being a member. But for outsiders, they have to pay us to use it. So it's going to double as a place for our members, and there's a small source of making an income. So that was the purpose of we doing that fundraising. Like I said earlier, I thank the chapter president and those who came and helped us make that goal. Since after the fundraising, we have done a few things. One of them was somebody like Governor Ude gave us an idea on how to increase our membership. Governor Ude told me, I think you guys are paying $50 every month. That's too high. You can't get a lot of people with this kind of monthly due. So, taking his advice, I formed a committee that reviewed our dues and benefits and everything. So what we did was to reduce our dues. And I'm happy to announce with that, when we did that, some of our old members started coming back. So our numbers are increasing and we are stronger than ever.
Thank you.
Some of the things we do for our children. Since I took over the presidency, we always do our New Year Festival every August.
Next year, invite me, please.
And some of, I don't know, some chapter, some chapter like in Washington area, I think some of my members have attended. We do our yam festival like we do back home. We put the yam in the fire, scrape it with palm oil and everything, and we invite people. You have to thank you. And we make our too. So we cook all kind of yams. Each member will bring everything. We invite members, non-members, the communities at large, white, black people, and we always do it in my vice president's house because he has a big compound. And we do it every year. We already said to do one as soon as we get back to the Delaware, Philadelphia area. So we're making progress. Another thing that we do is we do the youth summer pool party. The person of Sylvester Kolo have a big pool in his house, so that every summer we bring our children, we cook, they stay around the pool and swim and do everything. The adults will be on the corner taking care of ourselves. So it's a fun thing that we do every year. Then we do our Christmas party, which we never miss every year. And with the support of our members, people will contribute money, drinks, food, and we always have a successful Christmas party. So I will report that the Anioma Philadelphia chapter is doing very well. And I'm able to do all this because I have able members, committed members. We're not that many, but we have committed members and we're waxing strong. So on behalf of my members, I thank you guys for coming and God bless us.
Amen.
Thank you so much. Anioma.
Before we weekend,
well, my name is Patrick Oduma, Northern California chapter. It's indeed an honor to be here. And, this is my first convention, and I hope this will be the last. I hope.
This won't be the last.
Yes, I hope this will be the last. I am really very excited. For what I've seen so far. What's it called? I remember the first time someone asked me to attend Anioma meeting. I said, I'm busy. I don't think I will have the time. And I gave her a rundown of the
Reasons why you should not, yeah.
And the boss said, well, that's a nice to be our former president, Dr. Victoria.
Yes.
appreciate such tirelessness in the leader. I remember I told her I can't go to the meetings, and she said, listen, my friend, you know, worship, and I never need you. And the first meeting I attended, I took my kids to the meeting. And boy, after the meeting, the reaction was amazing. He said, what? Daddy, you have to know people around here? I said, yeah. And because they are then, you know, unfortunately we live in an area where, you know, predominantly, you know, people fight. So they're not used to seeing other kids, you know. So they were so happy. So ever since then I said, I'm in. There you go. I want to take this opportunity to thank the Atlanta chapter and the GC for this convention. Be it as it may be, it's already very successful. Well, my association is only about 25, members. But fortunately, I have about 10 members that are very dedicated. We are one of the smallest associations in terms of number in Northern California. When you look at us, whenever there's a Nigerian association or Nigerian gathering going on, when Anioma steps out, everybody takes back seats. Amen. So our membership drive is ongoing. It's very difficult to recruit in that part of the country. Our finances are very, and I'm sorry, I take it back. Our finances are in good shape in terms of accountability. Like the Houston speaker said, the president said, what we're trying to do is to make sure that every member knows how the money is spent, and that they have, always every month they have a copy of, the statements, whatever we use and what has come in and what's going out. And for that, they're very, very grateful. So everybody, they all feel like they're in together. So we're all working together, we let everybody know what we're doing, what the right hand is doing, what the left hand is doing. Right now, we have an outreach program whereby we go to nursing homes. We have our kids, we try to introduce our kids to serve to volunteer in homeless and soup kitchens and things like that. Last year we did a fundraising for AIDS awareness in Nigeria. The money, we got 3,000. But what we did with the money is that all our members, wherever they have clinic in their areas, in the city, their villages, we give everybody a check for $200. And they all matched whatever was given to them. And they delivered it to these clinics. So I'm very proud of my chapter for being able to step up to such a question. The other thing we're doing now, we are very involved with the youth organization. As you can see, as you might have known, the national coordinator of the youth group is Dr. Veronica from my chapter, and the president of the youth association is also from my chapter. Thank you very much. So now we are back on having a summer picnic for the kids, and they love it. So we did one last year, and we're doing one this year. So it helps for them to invite their friends, and we use this as an opportunity for guidance at the same time. And it's been very successful. Well, Mr. President, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for your leadership. I remember a few times I've called you for explanation of certain things. I know it wasn't as likely that you came about, you called him, and did the explanation. I really appreciate it. I hope your successor will also do the same. Well, with that, I would like to thank all our members that are here, and our friends and relatives, and I hope to see you in the next convention. Long live Anioma, long live Nigeria.
On behalf of Middle Tennessee chapter, I would like to thank the host, the president, and everybody for being here. I'm Victoria Atapu, Mboyesedoku. I've had the honor to be the president of my chapter since November 2006, to be 10 years this November. And prior to then, I was the vice president for 4 years. Some people here that money, Isaac Muse is now in Atlanta, or my younger brother. He was the president that I took over from. Actually, thank you. The Tennessee chapter was inaugurated in 1999, and I can see some familiar faces here that were present at the inauguration. Somebody like my big brother, Dr. Nam. Then they are so rest in peace. Late Dr. Sia and Dr. Dunku, they were all there. And big open up for them because we had too many people. And I probably will recognize some people that came to the inauguration. We hosted the convention in 2006 in Nashville, Tennessee, under Dr. Ibazu. Actually, we were the first chapter and the only chapter so far that presented a car, and I mean a real car, Toyota car, during the convention. The former first lady, Mrs. Honor, there were you with the car. Yes, it was a Toyota car. And actually, the Middle Tennessee chapter presented the second vice president, national, Dr. Patrick Idoye. Some of you can probably remember him. And we also presented the second national president, Dr. Ibazu. Unfortunately, our chapter left national, I think in 2008, after the California Convention. Some people know them and yes. But by the grace of God, we came back under Mr. Honor. And I will leave candid announce that the state of my chapter is strong and has never been stronger. Amen. The only issue, problem, in this chapter, most of our children, actually I'm a grandmother myself, so most of our children was out of state, and one was in an state now, while the week form their own youth chapter. So that is the only issue I in win. But we are trying to groom the younger ones. Right now, most of them are grandchildren, and the few good children are still not up to that level where they'll be able to form a youth chapter, but we are seriously working on it. So I guess that is all I have to say about Middle Tennessee. Thank you. Again, thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Doc.
I think the next one is the New York Tri-State chapter, brother Obi.
No, middle, Washington. That's Washington State.
Anioma.
Ofobi.
Anioma.
Ofobi.
Afampo is a movie, only 17. And I see some who represent representation of 70 people in the house here. We are over 10 here, so that's a good thing. And also, we have a really strong representation from New York as well. Over 12 people. My family is about 5 of us. Diana is 5, and Joe Palana and the wife. That makes it a sort of 10. So New York is in the house, and well, I took over the position of the presidency from Diopa Alana about a year and a half now. And my job is really to enhance what he has done. He has done a great job, and my job is to even make it better. So, what have I done? Some of the things that I've embarked on is a membership drive. And I'll give you guys stories of what we have done to that effect. And secondly, we really don't have a viable constitution, so I elected some committee people to look into that. And I think it's led by Mr. who is here, so he's managing that aspect. And lastly, we just completed a very successful convention, one of the biggest in New York City I've had in a long time. And what did we do in this convention? What really made it successful? Before we started, myself and a very good friend of mine, Dr. Uwishi Benjamin Ogota, who is well known in the Asaba community, we visited a lot of village meetings. So we visited associations such as the La Community. Our objective is to sell this Anioma concept to them, that we are all one. Okay, to tell them what we are doing, to tell them our objectives. Because most of them ran away because of stories about financial infidelities and so on and so forth. So I showed them who I am as a person. Most of them know me. And we also told them about the convention, that we need for them to come and see. And if you see what you like, come back. Okay, so we went to Ila. We went to Asaba Association as well. We went to Idumuje. We went to Awash, and I went to my own local people of Iseli descent, and so on and so forth. And most of them, they agreed, and they came to our convention. So that's one of the things we did that led to our successful convention. Secondly, we taxed our members the sum of $350. The ticket is $250 for 5 people. If you come, that's fine. If you don't come, you still pay $250. And I'll tell you that the reason why. We also ask every member to take an ad. Take an ad to thank God for yourself for being in America, to thank God for what God is doing for you. If you don't want to take an ad for yourself, take an ad for a friend. So that also was successful. And we also invited a very strong keynote speaker, who was Mr. Mayor Bloomberg assistant, and he's the current Councilor of Education in New York City. So he's a powerful person. So he was our keynote speaker. And those were really the things we did, and at the end of the day, people responded. Our members responded. Some of them, they disagreed with the levy of $350. It's a lot of money, but we needed that to execute a very strong convention. We did it in a 5-star hotel, and it's not free. It's expensive. And we know the caliber of people we are inviting, and we are also using this opportunity for membership drive, so that those people that are around the way, they can come and see and say, well, this is a new Anioma. These people are serious. They are doing serious things. So the levy of $350 was a big plus. Another thing too we did was a chance we took all the different villages, Ela, Asaba, and so on. We asked them to take to buy a table of 10 from us, which a table of 10 is $500. And most of them, they knew me from various things I've done in the community. They said, well, we will come because of what we've done for our community. We will come because Dr. Kota is no joke, he's a good friend, will come. So little things like that, they all paid the table of 10. Okay, so that helped. So on the day event, we had a full house.
We had over 400 people. People gave a lot of money. And at the end of the day, what we really want to use with our funds is really to support our diaspora children. We are no longer doing stuff in Nigeria, like building chairs for the schools and so on and so forth. Charity begins at home. For now, let Nigeria take care of itself. There's a lot of people there that can fund building of chairs and so on and so forth. We want to take care of our own kids. Like you see there today, somebody's paying for that. It's not Nigeria that's paying for that. So to do things for the kids, it has to be self-funded. So the money that we are raising is to support our diaspora children. What are we doing? We have one of our members, the 3 daughters. They presented to us what they want to do. And they said what they want to do is to schedule bowling activities, going to picnics, but they need our support. Okay? So on the day of the convention, they made a presentation to the house, to everybody. And at the end of the day, most parents send out their kids. So what we want to do is for them to network with one another. It could be business networking. If they end up marrying one another, it's not a bad thing. Okay? So we did that, it was successful. So some of the funds we raised from the convention will be used to support them in their endeavor. So in the future, when we invite them to events like this, they'll be happy to come. Okay? So as I wrap up my presentation is New York, as a chapter, like I said, I want to build on what Sharon has done. I think on the day of the convention itself, I know for example, my wife, she told me 5 of her friends from South Jersey, about 3 hours away, they want to join. Okay, so our head count, as of last time when I made the same presentation, I think we're going to go from anywhere from 20 to 30 people, if not 40. So that's a success. Secondly, our books is looking better than ever before. We raised a lot of money. I'm not obliged to give the number now because I've not presented to my constituent. I'll be doing that next weekend to present to them how much we raised a lot of money. So just to wrap up, my goal when I leave the position of the presidency, this is my 2nd year, I want to leave the association strong with more members, strong with finances that they have money to do projects, and also strong that when people hear about Anioma Tri-State in New York, they want to join. Thank you. Again, I'd like to call on the Washington. When I took over last year, in October, my executive and I decided that we are going to do one thing. Organize end of year Anioma family reunion. We got a date and it was done on the 26th of December, right after Christmas. And we purposely did it strictly for Anioma sons and daughters. And guess what? Everybody came. We are over 300. Over 300. Our children were there, both members, non-members, old and young. And we were shocked. Even those our leaders who have led and actually participated from the beginning of the formation of this organization. Everybody came. Everybody came. We were so happy. And that was on the 26th of last year, 26th December. First Sunday of January. Guess what? In our meeting, we had over 30 members. Right then, even when the family reunion party was going on, the
former president, Mrs. Richard Thompson, on that same day, started coordinating with our children. As we are meeting on that first Sunday of the month, the children that came to that same family reunion were in my house having their meeting, and there were over 50. Since that day, they formed themselves, organized themselves, and elected their representatives. And they are doing very, very well. They meet once every first Sunday of the month, and they're still meeting. Evidence of that, most of you must have seen them. They started fundraising event, through car wash and candy sale. They paid for their transportation to this place today. We all came to the place. 17 of our youth. These are not like babies. These are college students, and those are children who have also graduated. We are doing well and will continue to do better. And those people who stopped coming have started coming because they now know the importance. We are getting old, so things have to be done immediately. We have to hand over this mantle to these children, and they are doing very well. It is also important, or not ending this speech actually, without commending some of our chapter members who have been totally committed to collective endeavor for the good of Anioma, most especially our Honorable Secretary General of this association. From high school back home, and we're still got here. Some president will serve at the end of the day, that's it. They will come and they will participate. I have 2 able ex-presidents in my chapter to date. One is my good friend, Chief Clement Azaba. He has been the president since he joined the association. He has never failed. Consistently attending meetings, participating in all events, both national and local. And Ms. Richard Thompson, she's in Finland. That's why he's not here today. Very active member, coordinating all the activities, making sure things are right. These are some of the good people that we have. I'll please appeal to members to continue to come. This is the only home we have. For the first time also, it is worthy to mention, Mr. President, that the record, for the first time since we started the convention, the Washington DC chapter, we are over 30 that are here today, including our So, we give glory to Almighty God, for He has made things possible for all of us. I want to also use this opportunity to call on those members who have stopped participating to return fully to our Anioma Association. Thank you all, and God bless you.
My name is Frederick Edward from Ila. It's a pleasure to be here once more. See, I'm smiling because I'm happy. When you come to conventions, you see your people. You know, you lie around. I don't need to miss speeches, okay? You feel good about yourself. I will come a long way. I know we're the last year, all the way from Seattle, Washington, down there, nobody knows us, you know. You fly as if you might go to Nigeria again. You never answer. But it's a pleasure to be here. I'll make my experience short. I want to thank my former president, Mr. Anioma. Please, can you just stand up? The reason that I'm thanking him is that he's somebody I can call anytime for advice. Okay, and he'll tell you the way it is. He'll tell you how to proceed. He'll tell you what to do. We advance to the next step. So I really thank him, and I thank our financial secretary who is here. Our brother from Canada who's going to join us very soon. Please can you find your chief, you know. We are well represented from the Northwest. It's a long trip. My friend is here. Isaac, please can you stand up? Actually, this morning, you know, from his work in California, because he travels a lot, so he's here just to join us. And then I really appreciate every one of you who came here to support me, and I really thank you guys. Washington State, we're doing well. Financially, we are okay. We had a good fundraising last year, and we made some money, and we continue to do that. And hopefully we'll do better. We're trying to work with other organizations, not only Anioma, because we're trying to get a youth center, but we cannot do it alone without other organizations joining us. So we're trying to work with the Igbo Union, other organizations, so we can have a youth center for our kids coming up. So that's our intent. So hopefully in the next coming year, or in the next coming months, we're going to make progress on that ground. You know. We're losing some members for one reason or the other, because people come and go when it's free, but they forget they're still their brothers and sisters. That's what I tell them. You can't live without us, because somebody makes you. You live in our home. You may say you're not, you disagree with me, or disagree with the executive and their policies, but you're still an Anioma person. Because if you mention, you know, you have to call us. You can go and we'll be there for you. And I'll be there for you personally, financially, that's not an issue. So, on the report side, we're making progress, you know. And we'll come a long way. We're always here for national. I don't mean to, I won't spend you guys time. And I can see all my brothers and sisters. I'll say, the executive, thanks, Rebecca, for supporting me all the time when I call you. And Governor, and all my friends. This is a very good convention. I really appreciate you, you know. And one more thing, I can see my brother from Ila. I didn't know he has not met me before, but he was really impressed. So, Washington State and Canada is going to join us very soon. I hope so. So thank you very much, Anioma.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this time, some of you have seen the signs we have outside showcasing our sponsors. These are people, and as they prepare, to come. I remember, one of the stories, that was told when we contacted, I think, Western Union at one time, to sponsor our event, and they told us that they do not sponsor events anymore because one Nigeria person, asked them for sponsorship, and they found out that no event took place. It was at the house. So I think it shows a lot of credibility for them, to be here, today. So I'd like to welcome Isabella and the team from Western Union to do a short, presentation. Please come.
Good afternoon. My name is Isabel Soto. I've probably spoken to you, or at least greeted most of you guys outside. First and foremost, let us start by saying that this really has been a pleasant surprise for us as Western Union's event marketing agency. It is our second year doing some of their African events. So when we were asked this year to research some of the events again, we were very happy that they gave us the opportunity once more. And when we came upon the Anioma Association and spoke to both Mr. Greg and Judy, we were just very pleasantly surprised that they were so flexible with us in allowing us to sponsor this event. This is by far a great event, a wonderful event. It has been such a pleasure to speak to every one of you guys that we've had a chance to speak with. We congratulate you for a beautiful event, a beautiful convention that is supported nationwide, as we have spoken to you guys and asked where you're coming from in the States, even from Nigeria, London. So let us congratulate you again. No doubt you know that we are pushing the message for Western Union and the increased exchange rates to Nigeria. We will be more than happy to provide you with additional information. But again, thank you for letting us be part of this event. We hope that this is the start of much continued partnerships throughout the year. And congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. The other group that we have, the group from FEMA, right? Yemi Tokwe. Is Yemi Tokwe here? Please come. Please give me a hand.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am privileged to be addressing this very, very important and one of the most highly respected from our country. I reckon that those that cherish culture and appreciate each other lies especially with the Anioma people. And that is part of the reason why I feel highly privileged today to be addressing you. We are here today to bring our consciousness to the fact that as long as this country provides that platform, that opportunity for us to be able to give so much in terms of intellectual capability to our children, and of course for us to have been ends one way or the other, because this environment cares so much about citizenry. But back home in Nigeria, we all know the story is different. And for us as a real estate company, we feel irrespective of how tough the economy is, the tough times back home, there is something that is significant, that changes in the economic climate does not affect. And those are the fixed assets. And what is this fixed asset we are talking about? We are talking about homes. I know many of us, as we want to take care, we have everything we need here. But it is very important that at old age, sometimes, we want to go back home. And even before we go back home, it's not about just having homes back home in the village. It's also about having homes as an investment. And where is this hub of investment? We are talking about Lagos, we are talking about Abuja. But for us at this time, we need make faith that for this very important group here, we have brought you certain homes at discounted rates. We have also come here with the bank because we know the United States market is a credit market. It's a market that does not allow you to bring the millions or the billions on the table to buy homes. And for that reason, we came with a reputable bank that for any reason, see reason to make such investments. You have a bank, a Nigerian bank, a reputable Nigerian bank, that can actually provide you mortgage that spans over a period of 10 years. And the interest rate is so attractive that you are looking at single digits, not like what you have back home in 24%, 21%. And that is why today, we have brought you different locations in Lagos. We have on the Lekki Peninsula axis, which is Lekki Phase 1. We have a Surulere for those that want mainland. And we also have further down Aja, those homes. SARS and MAS. I say to you here today that it is important. I wish we still have videos here. Because what we decided to do is that we are a company that has invested in backward integration. We are largely vast and invested in granite making, which is the mining. We do dredging.
Before dissolving the current executive, I would like to use this opportunity to thank my brothers and sisters, those who have served before me, and those who served after me. I came to the national platform 12 years ago, and 12 years is not 12 days. Despite my shortcomings and my ugly face, people tolerated me for 12 years. I have met a lot of my people. God has blessed us so much. And I've always said that to whom much is given, more is always expected. You people have given me so much in life. In my 19 years in America, I've spent 12 years serving Anioma. And I would like to continue on that, but the news that I will be handing over today, I will continue to be part of Anioma anywhere again. Most of you remember 4 years ago, when I was running for the national office, my single was for the youth. And I cannot be happier than anything than what I saw yesterday and what I'm seeing today. Finally, we have our youth group. The youth program didn't come just by luck or just by because of prayer by the power of that decision. It's a collective effort from all of us. And my appeal is that we should not over-celebrate this. We must continue because we have a lot of work at hand. We must continue with what we have achieved yesterday and today because the future is very bright for us. I know it's very difficult. I know what it is to be whether I'm national president or national president. A lot of people will not like me, but I must say something that most decisions, and even good decisions, are very difficult to take by individuals. When you make certain decisions, people will not like you. When you don't make it for yourself, you have to look
beyond our nose and beyond today for our children. Most of us were born in Nigeria, lived with our parents, go through all the process, we have somewhere to fall back, we know the culture, we know the, but this our children they doesn't know it. And about building, and I'm so happy that Houston was one of the first chapter we back into it to build an Anioma house. That's what my goal has been, that we must have an Anioma house in every chapter so that we will volunteer our time to teach our children. If we cannot do it for them, nobody will ever do it for them. So as I'm stepping out, I'll step aside. After 12 years, I'll continue to be active at both local level and national level. And I must use the opportunity to thank you very much that you people have tolerated me, given me so much. May God bless you all, and may we all continue to work together, irrespective of our differences. God bless Anioma. God bless you. So at this point, we know the procedure that we have to dissolve the current executive and allow the chairman, Mr. Joko, and his team to conduct a fresh election to Washington administration. So I will now hand over to our veteran, Mr. Joe Ebo.
Bobby. I'm the only one allowed to say.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. God bless you. I appreciate it.
At this juncture, I really have to thank the members of the election committee, Mr. Fabian, who are unfortunately not able to be here for reasons behind his control. I have to thank my brother here, Mr. Dr. Emmanuel for the wonderful job we did, because we had some issues before and we made a very good guideline that helped us in this election that we just we're going to complete today. So as usual, I'm going to call the chapters, presidents, as they come, they give their envelopes, and we count their ballots. And I have to, again, inform the chapter presidents, because I learned a few things. Please talk to your chapter members. Inform your chapter members. I'm not saying this out from the head. So chapter members don't know what, they don't even know what the election is all about. So please talk to your chapter members. We are doing this and the guidelines and the protocol because of what has happened in the past. In the past, we do this thing because of the election result that they peg in the first thing there is a fight. People bring police and we bring security. But I thank God we have passed that phase. You don't know who is going to win until you get here. So Anioma. So we're going to start by calling Atlanta. Atlanta president. Thank you. We're going to make sure he's here. This is the envelope. This is my right, the envelope I sent. Okay, no, it's one time. Dallas, please, Dallas.
Excuse me. Can we ask can we say something? Can we say something, or do we wait till after you've done the counting?
Somebody has some.
I said, can we ask a question, or do we wait until you've concluded your proceeding?
Please wait, please.
Okay.
Please. Use the place. As a matter of, I was in the meeting that day in Houston, and I made sure they did it the right way they're supposed to do it. A member of the meeting came out after the election. He sealed it and they signed across it, so the president himself cannot even open it and count until he gets here.
Good job, yes, that's what it's done. No, that's what's supposed to be. Yes.
Please, Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee, okay. Yeah, I'm going to give Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee President, please. Okay, Northern California, please.
So, any of those 2 times, if you want to go, just come outside, the bus will come, and they will get you. Then, coming back to the hotel, the first pickup is at 12 midnight.
Tri-State chapter, please. President.
Tri-State chapter, President.
New York.
Then, the first pickup coming back is 12 midnight. The second pickup is 12:45 a.m. And then the last pickup is 1:45 a.m. So these are the 7 for the bus. The Central African time. We said that should another. Thank you very much.
No.
Washington State, please, President.
Washington State.
I'm young, easy. You say, okay, so many did I send you? You say I wrote 9. Okay, well, you did it like that. So, what do you no, you can open your that's why I don't think the president's after the election, you are close to no, I'm not. Thank you. Now, again, we are not we are individual. I know we are. Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you. Okay, you know what? Humanity is start to calculate it's all together. Yeah, now we just okay, just this one. Okay. That will take time, you know. So many ways we want to so you want me to just to give it, you want a fresh one? No. Washington, D.C., please. So, as for this case, Yeah, 240 plus 50, 290. Plus more. Let's start with here. Anioma, congratulations on the new elect, but we have not sworn them in yet. We're going to swear them in. But I have the pleasure of announcing the presence of one of our wonderful professors here, Professor Austin Isugwe. He's in the house. Okay, please, let me just go ahead and call for time. Let me go ahead and call the new executive.
I do solemnly swear that I will execute the office I have been sworn to. And uphold the Constitution. Of Anioma Association USA. So help me God.
Congratulations, Jack.
All right.
Not just OK.com.